Continuation of Part 1. Vocabulary. Use the linkers given in the box to complete the story. A linker may be used more than once. A young doctor lived in a village. The doctor told his friends an interesting story about himself and a cobra. It was a hot summer night. When he opened the door, he heard a sound which was well known to him. He and rats shared the same room. There was no electricity in the house, so he took out a box of matches and lit a kerosene lamp. He took off his clothes and lay down, but he could not sleep. He got up from the bed and started reading a storybook. Near the table, there was a mirror, which tempted him to look into at himself. He was unmarried, so he was particular about his handsomeness. He wanted to marry a woman doctor who had plenty of money and should be fat. While he was having such thoughts, suddenly he felt as if a rubber tube had fallen to the ground when a snake landed on his shoulder. At the time, the only thing he could do was to pray to God. The snake would bite him at any moment. But suddenly, it turned its head and started admiring its beauty in the mirror. The doctor was thus saved. Grammar. Combine the following pairs of sentences using the past perfect and the simple past. Use after, before or when as linkers. Example: I brushed my teeth, I took my breakfast. Both of these sentences are given in simple past, but we have to combine which one is the earlier action and which one is the later one. So for the earlier action, we have to use past perfect. That's why we have to use a conjunction after. The sentence goes like this: after I had brushed my teeth, I took my breakfast. The same sentence using before: I had brushed my teeth before I took my breakfast. Next sentence: she started to go to market. It rained heavily. Actually, in this sentence, she started to go to market is the earlier action. That's why we have to use after she had started to go to market, it rained heavily. It rained heavily is the later action. That's why we use it as a simple past. The same sentence we can use using before. She had started to go to market before it rained heavily. Next sentence: he completed his homework, he went to bed. In these two sentences, which one is the earlier one? Yes, after he had completed his homework, he went to bed. He completed his homework is the earlier action. That's why we use it in past perfect. Next sentence: I finished my dinner, then my father came. In this sentence, we have to remove then. After I had finished my dinner, my father came. I had finished my dinner before my father came. Phrasal verbs. Use the following phrasal verbs in the blanks. Make necessary changes in the verb forms. Venkatra was a rich man. He wanted to set up some business in the town. So he took out a lot of money from the bank. On an auspicious day, he started a medical business which prospered leaps and bounds. He used to take time off for any rest. He used to get up very early in the morning and go to his office. In the afternoon, he would take off his shirt and lie down on his couch in the office. After a nap, he would put on his shirt. Then he would look into the mirror and look at himself admiringly. Anyhow, he left behind some fame in the town. Even when he went abroad, everybody believed that he changed into a new man. Writing. Write a descriptive essay on any unusual or humorous incident you may have witnessed or experienced. Here is the story. The Crazy Taxi Driver. A taxi passenger tapped the driver on the shoulder to ask him a question. The driver screamed, lost control of the car, nearly hit a bus, went up on the footpath and stopped centimeters from a shop window. For a second, everything went quiet in the cab. Then the driver said, "Look, mate, don't ever do that again. You scared the daylights out of me." The passenger apologized and said, "I did not realize that a little tap would scare you so much." The driver replied, "Sorry, it is not really your fault. Today is my first day as a cab driver. I have been driving a funeral van for the last 25 years. Exercises from the examination point of view. Comprehension. First paragraph. Answer the following questions. First question. A full-blooded cobra. The sentence is an assertive sentence, B. Exclamatory sentence, C. Interrogative sentence. What is the right answer? Yes, interrogative sentence. Second question. All of us fell silent. What does the term "us" refer to in the passage? Answer. The doctor's friends. Third question. What does the expression "a full-blooded cobra" suggest? Answer. It suggests that the snake was deadly poisonous. The exercises from the examination point of view. Grammar. From the first paragraph. Active voice and passive voice. Has a snake ever coiled itself around any part of your body? Before changing active voice into passive voice, we have to find out the verb. So, what is the verb in the given sentence? Coil. Coiled is the verb. Then, in the active voice sentence, what is the subject and what is the object we have to find? We have to ask the verb, who are the performer? That becomes a subject, you know. Here, who are the performer? A snake. A snake. A snake is the subject. It becomes as an object in the passive voice sentence. And what is the object? Any part of your body is the object. Then, the subject becomes into object, a snake itself. And ever as usual, it comes in the same position. Yes, it is given in the present perfect tense. It is be form, been is used here, and by after the verb form. As usual, it is given in the present perfect, that's why has is already used there. Any part of your body is the singular one, that's why we have to use has. If the any part of body becomes into a plural subject, we have to change the has into have. Another grammar point from the same sentence. Reported a speech. Has a snake ever coiled itself around any part of your body? The doctor asked his friends. In the quotations, there is a sentence, but who is the speaker may be mentioned in the beginning of the sentence or at the ending of the sentence. But in the reported speech, we have to take in the beginning of the sentence. So, the doctor asked his friends. Then, what is the connection? Whether. Why we use here whether? It is an yes or no type question. That's why we have to use the whether. Next, a snake has becomes into had. Ever coiled itself round any part of their body. Your body becomes into their body because your is not a singular, it is a plural. Combining sentences using when and as. The topic came up. We were discussing snakes. We have to combine both of these sentences using when. The topic came up when we were discussing snake. Another sentence. We listened attentively, the doctor continued with the tale. We listened attentively as the doctor continued with the tale.
Thank you for watching. Please like, share, subscribe and comment. Click the bell icon to get more notifications. Keep watching.